On to some breaking developments coming in right at the top of this edition. NIA has arrested Syed Salahuddin's son in New Delhi. This in relation with a terror funding case. The National Investigation Agency cracking down on Syed Salahuddin's son. Remember, the agency had earlier summoned Salahuddin's son for questioning in Delhi in relation to a terror funding case. And the NIA now has arrested the son of Syed Salahuddin. A huge step that's been taken in relation to the cracking down on terror funding. Remember, just to put this in context, the agency had earlier summoned Salahuddin's son for questioning. This in relation to the terror funding case in which, of course, the NIA has conducted multiple interrogations and arrests so far, spanning across the country, not just limited to the state of Jammu and Kashmir. In the latest that's coming in, huge crackdown. Syed Salahuddin's son has been arrested after he was questioned by the National Investigation Agency in relation to a terror funding case. The agency has now arrested Syed Salahuddin's son in Delhi. These are the initial details that are coming in at this point. We are awaiting further details on the sequence of events. This, remember, is in relation to the terror funding case, as a result of which the NIA has interrogated multiple individuals. Shahid Yusuf was summoned for questioning by the National Investigation Agency earlier and has now been arrested. This in regard to the terror funding case. The NIA has taken the crackdown in terms of the terror funding case forward and has now arrested the son of Syed Salahuddin. These are the breaking developments we're getting to you at this hour. The NIA has now arrested Syed Salahuddin's son for Hawala funding. This in relation to the terror funding case. Remember, he was interrogated by the agency earlier. He was summoned by the NIA in a case registered against Hizb-ul-Mujahideen in Delhi in the year 2011. Salahuddin, who is a former Jamaat-e-Islami JNK member, is also founder of the Hizbul-Mujahideen. The son of Syed Salahuddin has now been arrested. Syed Shahid Yusuf works in the Horticulture Department of the Jammu and Kashmir state government. The National Investigation Agency cracking down on Syed Salahuddin's son. This after interrogations in the terror funding case, in a case that was registered against the outfit Hizb-ul-Mujahideen in Delhi in the year 2011. Let's go straight across to our correspondent Manish Shukla, who's joining us for more on this. Manish, what are the details that we have at this point?
See, currently NIA interrogating Hizbul chief son in the Delhi NIA headquarters. And I will tell you that there was 2 FIR, first registered in 2011 in terror funding case. And again in 2016, last year, NIA registered another terror funding case. But in earlier case, when NIA was investigating, in the first case in 2016, when they were investigating, they got some fresh evidence against few separatist leaders about Pakistan ISI funding to these leaders. So based on new evidence, the NIA decided to call Hizbul chief son in NIA headquarters. Right now, NIA team is interrogating. They are asking that how we are receiving the funds from Pakistan, and so many documents and some bank details NIA have been accessed. So based on these documents, NIA team interrogating Shahid Yusuf that how he received such funds and where these funds were going in various parts in the Kashmir, because NIA believes that the Hawala money coming from the Pakistan is basically used in terror and burning of schools, the violence and stone pelting, and these kind of the allegation what the NIA has recovered, they are interrogating many separatist leaders.
Right, Manish, let's also take a step back and contextualize this for our viewers. This is a part of the terror funding case, and if you can outline for our viewers more details of that case that was registered against the Hizb-ul-Mujahideen in the year 2011.
Yes, what I'm telling that NIA have registered 2 cases, one in 2011, but this case was not very successful for the NIA because that time their investigation was very limited. They got very little evidence against the separatist leader. But when in 2016 they registered case, and when the investigation started, they found some old papers, some old bank accounts of separatist leader, and in 2011 these papers were not recovered to NIA. So based on the new papers, they decided that they will call again a few separatist leaders, and if we believe the NIA the sources, this will be very crucial investigation because it will direct link to Hizbul chief Syed Salahuddin. So NIA believes that what we have having kind of papers and evidence, they will build up case very strongly against the British leader, and they will produce all evidence in the court.
Important leads also expected to come out as a result of this arrest, Manish Shukla, because we are talking about the terror funding case as a part of which the agency has already held multiple interrogations over the last few months, has also made several arrests. But this latest arrest of the son of the Hizbul chief is definitely going to lead in time to come to more leads as a part of the terror funding investigation. Manish?
Yeah, definitely. You are very correct because what we are saying that there is so many evidence NIA recovering because the way the NIA team, the senior officers are in the Kashmir, they collected huge papers regarding how the Hawala money is coming, how the trading routes used for the terror activities, and they first 2-3 months they scrutinized the papers, and during the investigation when they inquired many operators, Hawala operators in Delhi, Chandigarh, Punjab and in various parts of Kashmir, they got crucial evidence against the whole operation organized by, orchestrated by ISI, how they pump up the money through Dubai, through Delhi, in Kashmir, and these operators, these Hawala operators, linked to the separatist leader. They received the money from Pak High Commission, from Hawala operators, and these money is sent to the stone pelters in the terror activities. Many terrorists got funds from these separatist leaders. But this kind of the evidence was not very much the kind they can put in the court. But now NIA, the way the NIA is investigating, they believe that they have recovered so many links between terror groups, Hawala operators and separatist leaders. When they will complete all the investigation, they will produce in the court, and in the meantime, they may arrest many big separatist leaders. Because why we are saying big separatist leaders? We have seen so far very small kind of the Hurriyat leader have been arrested so far. But yes, when we talk about the Gilani, when we talk about the Hizbul chief and other separatist leaders, NIA has been not reached so far. So let's wait and see how the investigation goes on.
Manish, before we let you go, just a quick response to the aspect of how, we're talking about the son of the Hizb-ul-Mujahideen chief, yes, but we're also talking about an individual who works in the agriculture department of the Jammu and Kashmir government. This is going to be having a far-reaching implications.
Yeah, definitely. If you see 2-3 days back to Army Chief statement in Jammu Kashmir, and they himself appreciated the way NIA is investigating, because many separatists and stone pelters having fear of being exposed, because the way they were getting support from Pakistan, now they are busy to hiding evidence. Because they think they might be, NIA can recover this evidence or papers, and they will behind the bar. So the fear of NIA investigation is, you can see on the ground that many terrorists have been killed, and the numbers of stone pelting have been decreases. So in one sense, that NIA investigation helps to decrease the violence in Kashmir, and second, the system which was worked in Kashmir, that how the Pakistan separatist leader and terrorist organizations were working in Kashmir, they were creating big trouble for the Kashmiri people. Now this is the time that it should be stopped. And we believe that the way our agencies and the army, the security forces, the NIA is working, it will create an atmosphere where peace can be prevailed, where the people of Kashmir will feel the peace, what they were looking for the many years.
All right, we're going to leave it there for the moment, Manish. Appreciate all of those details and for elaborating for our viewers the sequence of events and also the implications of this arrest. Hizb-ul-Mujahideen chief Syed Salahuddin's son has now been arrested. This after the National Investigation Agency had interrogated him in the terror funding case. And this arrest is, as we've been discussing over the last few minutes, going to have far-reaching implications.